Here we go. Let me just change my helmet. Oh, no, I want that. I want that helmet. So your screen was just blinking back and forth. I don't know if you can see my playbook. Oh, well, I'm streaming the game, so you can check. Nothing's weird. All right, so let me go to Twitter real quick. Pull off the link from there. 58 seconds ago, so this is it. Yep, there we go. We're loading up. Copy the link, and I'll put it on Facebook right now. '49ers versus Cardinals. Take 2. Perfect. All right.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, it's a showdown between two teams with the same record on the year. It's the Cardinals going up against the 49ers. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 match.
All right.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL
so far, so
brings
good.
us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay. Cool. There we go. Oh yeah, this is way better. Now if my team doesn't pull the normal crappiness that it does against the 49ers, then I'm good. Let's see. Oh, you actually ran it.
And he's got some space here. And a cut to the sidelines.
My fault.
Hyde, see you later. Touchdown.
That was my fault right there.
Carlos Hyde, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
I'm trying to work on my users.
Now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
You know, I need to talk to David about like minimum yards or carries that way. Because right there, 75 yards, that's plenty. No, minimum yards or carries. Like instead of doing the 10 carries, like if you at least get like 60 yards, then that should be fine.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
No, human versus human. Yeah. Alright, here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's not going anywhere to start the night.
I can pull
that at the line of scrimmage.
That Carlos Hyde like
Eric Armstead. And certainly one of the mainstays in this offense is the crafty veteran L. Fitz.
Love the way you phrased it. Crafty. This guy knows how to get open and catch the football.
All right. So we had the Rams wanting to watch it earlier.
Now.
Yeah.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They go play action with Palmer. And did he get the
Inside.
feet down?
Inside.
No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Are you kidding me?
And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Navarro Bowman.
Yeah, I gotta challenge that because I saw 2 feet down. That's the first time I attempted that.
For the best
Let's
linebackers
go.
in the game.
Show it.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
That was terrible.
On third down, Palmer.
Boom.
He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to have a first down
That's my
as
boy
he's
right
brought
there.
down at the 44-yard line.
See, I'm not.
Full scale, loose, flexible.
Well, no, that was
finding a way to catch
Jaron,
the ball
not
in some
John.
traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab.
No, that's the one I kept last year. I traded John Brown last year.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Palmer gives to Johnson. And he stopped immediately there.
Jared
No
Eddy?
gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They go to Johnson again. And some room to work.
Oh,
and he's going to find
you
his
gotta-
way forward
you
here
gotta-
for a
you gotta
modest
spin a little
gain.
faster
Give him
than
6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Have you talked with your friends who are in the fantasy leagues? I keep hearing David Johnson's name is coming up in a big way.
Boy, he was a steal
There we
3rd
go.
rounder out of Northern Iowa. And I think last year started as a 4th string back, didn't he?
He certainly did, but boy, he produces the year 1 on. Remember, can run it, he can catch it. He was a wide receiver at Northern Iowa before he became a running back, and also has great kick return ability. Ran 1 back for a touchdown in 2015.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
No.
And he'll get this into
Are you
enemy territory,
kidding me?
but not by much as he's down to the 48.
It's really simple to say that they
That's
know their
terrible.
identity, that they are a passing team.
That's
But one of the
terrible.
reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say,
Boom.
let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Yeah. Perfect.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they hit the home run last drive.
All right.
1 play on the ground
One
all
play.
the way to the
Shut
house.
up.
Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight
Oh, you
end,
are
is the
starting
target.
Gabbert?
And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you got
and here's
balls,
the headshots
sir.
for the offense, and Carlos Hyde, a talented back.
Has taken over as the lead runner. A terrific talent. Can batter you inside, but has more speed than what you expect to take it the distance.
I know they robbed the 49ers big time.
On 2nd down, Gabbert again.
No, you know who's over there, right?
Torrey Smith, the intended
You know who's
receiver.
over there, right?
And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Darrelle Revis is on the short list of the best corners who ever played in the NFL. Revis Island is where wide receivers go to hide.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Gabbert.
Oh,
Smith catches left
oh.
side. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked
Oh,
down
that was
just
close.
shy of the 20. They give him 13
Good
yards
pass.
there on the play and a
Good
fresh
pass.
set of downs.
Oh, no. I picked the wrong play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield.
Yeah, perfect.
Gabbert now to throw on first down. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Just had a mock fly by my face.
14 yards and it moves the sticks.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Fresh set of downs here. The toss play. This is Hyde.
Jeez. Again? Oh my goodness.
Later. The 20.
Wow.
49ers. Carlos
Wow.
Hyde. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Well, he told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did, right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it.
Two good
they think
runs
it's going
right
to
there.
happen
That's
and almost
terrible.
will themselves into it. I just look at what he's
143
done so
yards.
far and just wonder,
That's not
what's
my
left to come?
defense.
Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
I need no.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Well, there's the first time in this game that Carson Palmer finds Larry Fitzgerald. Likely won't be the last, but how about the way these two have helped each other's careers?
Yeah, they really have. It's hard to believe with Fitzgerald, well, really both of these guys, how long they've been in the league now. But Fitzgerald, gosh, third overall pick back in 04.
Yeah, how about that? Remember Carson Palmer, a former Heisman Trophy winner? He's finally found
I need my guys to take
Arizona.
advantage of miscommunication
On
like
first
that.
and 10, it's
No, whoa,
and he
whoa.
slings one that's incomplete. The
What
intended
is-
receiver,
what?
Andre Ellington.
What?
And it'll be second and 10.
What? Yeah, no, you go to the bench. I don't want to see you right now. You go to the bench. Get stuck behind the line.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Get ready. Regular.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he
There we
takes
go.
this
Way
one
to
down
fight
all
for
the
those
way near the
yards.
30.
Way to
That
fight
goes
for
for a
those
gain
yards.
of 31.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body
Man,
types
where's Chick
as they
Kelly's
care
neck
about
at?
those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
The first down carry here for Johnson.
Oh,
and
why
running room
can't-
scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of
doing
scrimmage.
terrible right now.
Tony Gerard Eddy in on the stop.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Again, it's Johnson.
There we go. There we go.
They move the chains.
See, I just pushed up to 3 yards of carry right now.
This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Get ready.
And Palmer gives to Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they'll throw it with Palmer. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, we're coming away with points on this one.
From the gun on 3rd down,
right there.
It's Palmer. And Fitzgerald has got it.
That's what we like. Look at you, old man.
Larry Fitzgerald, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
I'll make sure we get that. Terrible with the field goals.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. They juked him, fighting through. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll come out in the pistol.
Mike 20. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Watch Hyde. Watch Hyde.
Second down. Gabbert. Caught outright by Patton. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
3rd and 4. Let's keep it.
He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
3rd down and 4. Gabbert to throw it.
Good job squaring, Jerry.
And I think the end result,
Get the
knocking the ball away, was a product of
that.
understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the first down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and end up making a really nice play.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. The Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson back deep for Arizona.
Let's go.
It's taken to the 26.
Oh, that was
it's
terrible.
A 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard
watching
if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
4 yards of carry.
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Oh, okay. I thought it was one of the Raider rookies. I was like, whoa, when did he drop him?
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's brought down. And a nice carry there.
5.3 yards of carry. That's what I'm talking about.
Certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive. And all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels. Defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
Now Palmer, double team, and it's intercepted. They find some open field here. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a run with Hyde. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And Carlos Hyde's such a physical, tough runner. People are talking about him changing his style. I don't think he should change a thing. And I know he wants to add catching the ball to his arsenal as well.
One thing's for sure. He said in the offseason, he told us he's happy to be in a Chip Kelly offense, isn't he?
No doubt about it.
They come up in an offset eye. Again, it's Hyde. And he'll
there we
take
go,
this one
Chandler.
down near the 15. Only
Chandler
a yard
Jones
on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Gabbert from the gun on 3rd down, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'll give up 3 instead.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And here's Phil Dawson now with a 49er field goal unit. And Dawson's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
the memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something
I need
going.
to really push
offense,
this
had a nice sequence going.
ball down and
Don't worry
actually
about the
finish,
other
not
part. You
do
can't get
stupid
that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now, and it's Palmer. He hits Floyd on the right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop.
Let's go.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On 3rd down, Palmer. It's brought in by Floyd. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
They'll throw on 1st down here with Palmer. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Suction.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
2nd down now after the pass completion.
Let's see.
Get ready. 18.
Palmer to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this.
You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that.
From midfield now, here's Palmer surveying the field. He's going to, that's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan. And we saw the execution because the confidence of the play.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down.
Get ready.
To throw again, it's Palmer. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Get ready.
They'll fake the give to Ellington. Now it's Palmer. And that one incomplete. It also breaks a string of 7 straight completions as well, as it leads to a fourth down.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want
what?
the
I didn't even look
interception in
at
this
square.
situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on fourth down, but things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Now after the made field goal, cat and 0 to boot this one away on the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best.
Under a heavy rush,
there we go. There we go.
Good job. And he gets home for a loss
no,
of 6.
I want to score. I want this
and now
ball.
the Cardinals going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down, Hyde. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
3 down. Hey, back 22. Richmond. Whip. Watch the whip.
On 3rd down, Gabbard. And able to find Curley. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And they're going to speed things up here. First down, a run with Hyde. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Who got 17? 3. Down. Green, the line. Richmond.
Halfback sent in motion. They just do get it off. Now Gabbard. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Okay,
so they complete the pass, and now
39
they face a 2nd down.
for the wins against you.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yes. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
There we go.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd down following the run.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Dawson's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's get this back. Let's get my mistakes back.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Okay, cool. I get the win at the end of the half.
Return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They come up in an offset eye. On second down, Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Palmer. He's got time in the pocket. Fitzgerald's got it right side. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Curley. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It's a pickup of 19. And it'll be a San Francisco first down.
Defense.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They run again with Hyde on
there
first.
We go. Good job.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A 2nd down throw for Gabbert. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The Pro Bowler, Calais Campbell, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack.
Back 22. Come back, come back.
Third and long for Gabbert.
Oh, wide open over there. Come on, Revis.
17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down.
Come on,
The advantage
Revis.
certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Green the line. Green the line.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Oops, 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 oops. Send him back, send him back.
Second down, Gabbert out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll
Why
get it
isn't
here
Jones
to the
out there?
10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Another pistol look here. They'll run, hide, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Gabbert now on second down. His pass caught at the 4.
Third.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it third and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run for him with Hyde.
Oh, he got it. Come on, defense.
Touchdown 49ers. Carlos Hyde, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now Dawson for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
It's terrible.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh,
And drops down
thought I could
incomplete.
do one.
Thought he might
Thought I
have
could
had
do
it.
one.
Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the
Another pistol look here.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. Fitzgerald bringing it
There we
in
go,
over
Fitz.
the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now Palmer on 1st down.
Oh, bull.
Intercepted.
Oh, his back was turned. Come
And he
on.
returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They come out here in the eye.
Back 22.
To throw is Gabbert. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. And he gets this one all the way down.
Come on,
inside
defense.
the 20-yard line.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Gabbert gives this one off to Hyde. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Black 99 Philly. Tiger. Down. Black 22. Black 99 Philly.
They run it again with Hyde. And now
First
they're
down.
inside
Come
the 10
on,
as he's brought down
defense.
at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground.
Reset.
Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Key to tight end. Down. Black 22.
They'll try to throw here. Gabbert. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Watch left. Get ready.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal.
Richmond.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Hyde, 3rd and goal.
Oh, come on.
Take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. J.J. Nelson now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
Come on.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now this one's intercepted.
Oh my goodness. I'm just playing on garbage today.
Jimmy Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's Gabbard now. Smith catches left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a really good gain there on the post route. Partner, how do you know to go to that pass?
When you're running the ball effectively and the safety likes to dive up there to try and help tackle, that's when you want to hit him over the top with the post in the area he vacates.
They run with Hyde. He's been the bell cow tonight. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll give to Hyde.
And another one.
Across the goal line
And
into
another
the
one.
end zone. Touchdown 49ers. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. Here comes Nelson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
Oh, my God.
Because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On second down, here's Palmer. It's caught left side by John Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
It's Floyd on the right. And they're able to get this one down to the 25.
No, I don't think it's
They
gonna
get 28 yards on that one. And that'll be good for an Arizona first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Double tight. 3 down. Hey.
On 1st down, it's Palmer. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Get ready.
Again, it's Palmer. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Down. Green the line. Green the line. Hey, Mike 20. Mike 20. Here we go.
Oh, throwing here, Gabbard. And incomplete. Probably
job.
should have had that one.
Good job,
With the game
Brain.
he's having tonight, maybe they'll let it go.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Watch two. Watch two.
Hyde, the lone man in the backfield.
Mike 20. Mike 20. Mike 20. Black, no.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing again. Gabbard on 2nd and 10.
Oh, you need to pick
and
that.
one got tipped. Kind of
Come
threw
on,
everything
Buchanan.
off. It brings up 3rd.
Come on, Buchanan.
Anytime a
That
ball's
should've
thrown
been
in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side.
Black 22. It's party now.
On 3rd down, Gabbard. He's got time. Steps away to his left. He may try and... Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now it's Peterson. Shreds the tackle. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue.
And that's caught inside the 30.
That works.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
That works.
Michael Floyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
And the 49ers
Oh my
team
God,
does
are you
its job.
kidding me
Well,
right
fourth
now?
quarter, they felt like
Are
they
you
needed the
kidding
football
me?
back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Black 22! Black 22!
Gabbert here wants to throw.
Wide
It's
open.
caught. Smith. Touchdown, 49ers. Torrey Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Here comes Nelson. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance
This
now.
is gross.
And I can't wait
This
to
game
see
is
how they
gross.
actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Palmer finding time. Penalty marker is down here. And he fires one, but incomplete.
What?
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's Drew Butler now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Now it's Curley. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10.
That's good.
Hyde, the lone man in the backfield.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Get some penetration. Reset, Black 99 Philly. Richmond, 2 check. Richmond. Check 40.
And they'll give it to him here. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. And quickly they get to the line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And Selleck here, left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And they're just sort of going through a really tough stretch here right now, Charles. They
2
can't
and 3.
seem to get back in the win
This
column.
was all me.
They have
This
to
was
keep
all
their
my
heads
fault
up,
on this one.
get back to their fundamentals, and just play the football.
It was gross. That's gross. Let's see. Pat Pete's at 3,000. 2,000, 1974. Okay. Well, that's it. That was gross. Started with the terrible defense on the first couple drives. Couldn't move, and then when I started getting going, terrible decisions. Yeah, so I'm going to end it right here. I'm going to go to bed. See you guys next time.